Hello, I'm Teacher Robin. Welcome to another live streaming class. Today we're going to be talking about everything related to Valentine's Day. As you know, we celebrate Valentine's Day on February 14th, which is this Thursday. So I have asked a special guest from ABBA, Alvaro. He is going to join me. Thank you for joining. And we're going to be talking about everything related to Valentine's Day today. You may recognize Alvaro. He has helped me with another live streaming on motorcycles, everything related to motorcycles and MotoGP. So you can find that in the video section of our Facebook page if you want to check that out as well. So let's get started by talking about some different love expressions. Okay, there are many, but we're just going to mention a few. What's the first one?
To have a crush on someone, to have a strong romantic feelings towards someone.
Okay, so when you have a crush on someone, they might not even know how you feel about them. So it can be very secretive, actually. Maybe only you know or your close friends, etc. So for example, my sister has a crush on my best friend. Okay, what's another one?
To hit it off with someone. That means to get on well with someone, to have a good relationship with someone.
Okay, for example, they hit it off immediately. So this means from the very start, you have this connection with the other person. Okay?
To have chemistry. What is this?
Yes.
To be very attracted with each other.
Okay, for example, we dated a few times, but we had no chemistry. Okay, so this is not good if you don't have chemistry with the person.
Okay, to fall in love with someone. To begin to experience feelings of love.
Okay, for example, many songs talk about falling in love. So initially, or the process of starting to love someone is to fall in love with them.
To be head over heels. To be completely in love with someone.
Yes, okay. And this is, you said you hadn't heard this one before.
Yes.
This was one that you've learned.
Yes,
good. Okay, we all learned something. So from the look on her face, you can definitely say that she is head over heels with that guy. All right, so now that we've reviewed a few different love expressions, let's move on to something a little bit more practical. So as we're approaching Valentine's Day, not everyone has a significant other. So if you are looking to meet people, let's look at some different ways to do that. Okay, we're going to start with creating your online profile. So Alvaro, you have a very lovely girlfriend who I know. How did you meet her?
We met online using an application.
So a success story,
Yeah.
actually. Okay, so tell me about some of your recommendations for creating an online profile. I've actually never done this, so maybe this will be the year. So what are your recommendations?
Okay, my tips are, have a positive image, be yourself.
Yes.
Positive, flattering language, not very formal. Try to avoid cliches.
So cliches mean like, I'm looking for the love of my life, I'm looking for Mr. Right, so the things that people always say, kind of try to be creative.
Yeah, and the most important thing is to be original, okay? Because you need to stand out from the crowd. And you have to be original in two situations. The first one is when creating your own profile, okay? You need to stand out. And also, I would recommend to be original when starting a conversation too.
Okay, this is a good tip. So just saying, hey, hi, how are you?
This is not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
Sorry.
Good. Okay, let's look at some of the other ways of dating. There are so many ways. So we've talked about online. You can go on a blind date, which means that maybe some friends might say, hey, I know this girl, I know this guy that you might like to go out with, but you've never met them before. So that's why it's called blind date. So if you're meeting someone for the first time, you go on a blind date. Speed dating, what does this involve?
Yeah, speed dating is good fun. Imagine that you are with a group of friends and you are going to meet another group of friends. And you spend 5 minutes with each other rotating.
Okay, so that way you can talk to everyone and you might have chemistry with one person
or not.
Or not.
But the next one will.
Exactly, good. And meetups are a really great way to meet people because you are participating in a hobby, an activity that you have in common. So something like language exchange or a hiking group, a book club, something
Walking,
like that.
whatever.
Walking, yeah. So this is a great way to get to know people. Not just on a romantic level. You can make a lot of friends this way as well.
Yeah.
So
They are not intended to flirt, but who knows?
Okay, and speaking of flirting, once you have found someone that you like, let's talk about some different ways that you can start a conversation with them. Okay, to ask someone out, what's one way you might?
Yeah, the first classical one is, excuse me, can I buy you a drink?
Yes, okay. Do I know you? I think I've seen you here before. Okay, so this is a perfect example at something like a meetup that you go to on a regular basis. Oh, hey, I think I saw you last week. What's your name, etc. Okay?
Yeah, it's better if it's true.
Yes, of course.
Would you like to go to dinner next week? It's also a pretty direct thing to say.
Okay. Could I get your number? Of course. And would you like to go out for a drink, dinner, coffee?
Coffee, drinks, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. Better.
Fill in the blank,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah. Okay. Great. And these are chat-up lines are another way to flirt with someone. But it's sort of a silly kind of making a joke kind of way. For example, I hope you know CPR because you take my breath away.
Or I love my phone number. Can I have yours?
If I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together, okay? So the silly thing about these, they're not literal, okay? To take someone's breath away actually means that they're so amazed by you that you kind of are, you feel short of breath. So the CPR thing is not literal. The phone number, you don't actually lose your phone number. It's just another way to ask someone for theirs. And then the alphabet joke about putting you and I together, we're talking about the pronouns you and I, so meaning that we should be together.
Yeah, you may know many more.
Yes,
because
there
they
are
are so popular.
many. Yes, and
if
I'm
you
sure,
want to comment them.
Yes, and if there's some in your own language as well, then I'm sure we'll enjoy reading those. Okay, and now once you have found your partner, your significant other, then Alvaro is going to share some really interesting tips on how to keep the love alive.
Yeah, it's really good to know someone for first time, but then if you have a relationship, how to keep this up and running.
Yes.
So my first tip is never take the relationship for granted. Okay, you have to do something special more often.
Okay, so by taking for granted, this means that we assume that we're always going to have something. Like in this case, your relationship, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, oh, I have them now, I'm always going to have them, they're always going to be with me, but that's not always the case. So what kind of things can you do to...
You have to fight for it.
Yes.
Doesn't have to involve spending money every week or every month. Okay, you have to do like a small details, a dinner, an activity together, and whatever you may fancy, the both of you. But don't take the relationship for granted in a long term.
Yes,
You
so
have
spending
to
time together, making
the flame.
something special. Okay, yes, these are really good suggestions, so thank you for that. Okay, and now that we have given you kind of an overview of all of these love expressions, love-related topics to get you ready for Valentine's Day, we want to hear from you in the comments. So my first question is, do you celebrate Valentine's Day in your country? Second question.
If so, what are your plans?
Yes. Okay, so please tell us. And what do you think is the best way to meet someone? Okay, so we've talked about online dating, meetups, speed dating, all that kind of, those kinds of activities. So if you have a recommendation, or how did you meet your boyfriend or girlfriend, let us know in the comments. So as you're writing your comments, let me tell you a little bit more about our ABBA course. We have a great course, right, Alvaro?
Yes, we do.
Yes, it's available on both web and mobile versions. So our course features 144 units from beginners to business level. Each unit has a short film, a video class, and exercises for you to practice your English, all of the 4 skills, speaking, reading, writing, and listening. So it's very complete. And if you want to know more information or you want to subscribe, then you can go to our website, abbotenglish.com. So check that out if you are not a student with us already. And in addition to our course, we have many other resources that you can use to practice your English, like our blog, our ABBA journal. There you can find articles about all kinds of interesting topics, English for business, travel, grammar, and then we are on all of the social media networks, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, so I highly recommend you check those out. I'm sure you follow them, right, Alvaro? Yes, so they're a great way to review a little bit every day. Okay, so is anyone have a question at the moment? If not, then feel free to keep writing in the comments and I will check them throughout the day. So I want to let you know next live class I'll have another special guest and we're going to be talking specifically about the application and the different features that you can take advantage of if you study with us here at ABBA. So this is going to be a really practical, useful class. And now I would like to thank Alvaro for joining us.
You're welcome.
I hope you'll be back with us again.
Anytime.
And I hope that you and your girlfriend have a lovely Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
And yeah, thanks again. It's always a pleasure to learn together. So we hope this class has been useful for you. I hope that you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day if you celebrate it. And I hope you can join us again next time. So take care and we'll see you. Bye.
Bye.
Lo que pasa es que algunas veces sí que es verdad que se nota la diferencia de cuando estás hablando hacia